little sister was the only one home, I sneaked all the bottles of my antidepressant meds and sleeping meds. I took them upstairs, and without giving it a second thought, I popped all the pills into my mouth, swallowed, and then all I could do was wait until I can finally feel happiness, because I will be dead. 20 minutes later, I started feeling my body shut down. My little sister put together the puzzle. She saw me take some pills, and I lied to her and said I forgot to take them in the morning, so I need to take them now. She saw the empty bottles. She saw that my pants had blood soaking through them from fresh cuts on my thighs, and I begged her not to call anyone. I told her this is something I need to do to be happy. I woke up to doctors shoving charcoal down my throat. I started screaming and trying to kick them and punch them to get away from me. I couldn't open my eyes. My body was weak, and I didn't feel my heart beating. I could taste the charcoal going down my throat. I yelled at them I wanted to die. All I remember was screaming I wanted to die. After 5 days of intensive care, I was sent to Children's Hospital and stayed there for 2 weeks. Those 2 weeks was torture because I didn't want to be saved. I was saving myself from this battle. I wanted to die. After I was discharged, I was sent home. All the medicine, knives, razors, and anything I can use to hurt myself were locked in a safe box. That didn't stop me from my addiction. I unscrewed the razors out of pencil sharpeners and stored them under my pillows. I stopped cutting my wrists and only cut my thighs because it was easier to hide. Most people don't understand why people self-harm, because they've never been in a room full of people and still felt alone. They never have looked at an object and could think of a million ways how it can be used for self-harm. The people who don't understand feel alive. I wanted to feel alive and relief, and the only way to do that was self-harm. I felt like I deserved this pain. Every night I broke down. I crumbled on the floor holding myself because I had no one to hold me. I sobbed, trying to gasp for air. Eventually I felt numb. I used Tumblr to vent, and people from school saw my Tumblr and reported it to the counselor. I was on my way home, running to return to my blades, but when I got home, my dad told me to show him my thighs. And when he saw my thighs covered in cuts, he took me to Fairfax right away. I stayed at Fairfax for 2 months, waiting for a bed to open up at a long-term treatment home. The court involuntarily admitted me for 6 months. After I was discharged, I was sent home. There were teens that were at the long-term home with me, and they were all struggling with depression, anxiety, eating disorders, and suicidal thoughts. I saw that I wasn't the only one who was struggling. I've always felt alone. I always felt that I'm the only one. God is giving me more trials every day. For once in my life, I didn't feel alone, and maybe, just maybe, long-term could help me. Obviously, long-term treatment is the ideal place to stay, but it was my getaway that I always wish I had. I was safe from my birth mom and bullies. I was surrounded by people who understand and want to help me. The last 3 months of my stay, I was motivated to get myself better. I wanted to feel the sun. All I ever felt was the darkness. I was addicted to self-harm, and it's a hard habit to break. It took a lot of work to be able to walk past a piece of glass on the ground or razors in the grocery store and not pick it up to cut myself. I counted every day that I was clean of self-harm. I counted every day that I didn't purge my food out. I stood in front of the mirror fighting my negative thoughts away and replacing them with positive thoughts. December 12, 2013 was the day I discharged from long-term. It was also the first day in my life I have ever felt proud of myself. I cried, and for once it was happy tears because I knew I wouldn't be discharged if I wasn't getting better. I was on a road to recovery. The abuse at home didn't stop. My therapist told me I shouldn't live there anymore. I was so scared to leave because I thought I deserved the abuse. I grew up with it, and that's all I've ever known. My wraparound team helped me gather some things to take with me, and they put me in a hotel. I was so scared. I didn't want to end up on the streets. I desperately reached out to everyone, asking if I could live with them, and a few days later, I ended up living with my childhood friend's family. Everything in my life kept changing fast. I had relapses, had breakdowns, had suicidal thoughts, but I was still on the road to recovery. I made a page on Facebook called the I Care Project. It's a support system for struggling teens. I created this project because I knew there are others who feel alone, and I never had something like this when I was struggling. I know I am alive for a reason. I'm alive to help others, spread awareness on suicide, mental illness, and self-harm. My I Care Project is what keeps me strong, and it has helped me stay on the road to recovery. Recovery is a struggle, but it is possible. I still struggle with my self-image. My depression will never go away, but I'm in control now. I have felt the sun. I am able to smile, laugh. I'm 7 months clean and plan to stay clean. I have positive coping skills. I want to be alive. I want to help others. I want to show everyone that they will be able to be happy. I want everyone in this room to show others love. Show others love. And to everyone who is struggling, you will get through this. You will not give up. Maybe it won't get easier in a week or months or years, but one day you'll know why you stayed. You don't deserve pain, abuse, getting bullied, and you will get better. I am beautiful, I am strong, I have a purpose, I will not give up, I will dance and celebrate because today is another day that I am alive. I am a warrior.